students, welcome back. So we were discussing the preparation of haloalkanes and we have done three preparations from alkenes and then halide exchange reaction we have done. Okay, now today we'll be preparing haloalkanes from alcohols. Again, three methods are there. Okay, so let's see those methods. First is from halogen acid. Halogen acid. Before starting the reaction, we'll see what is the order of reactivity of halogen acid, in which order it will react. Fine. And the same order is applicable for the other reactions also, as we have not discussed there. So this is the order: HCl, HBr and HI. This is the order of reactivity. Fine. Order of reactivity of halogen acid. And this particular reaction specially, and it is based on what? Bond dissociation energy. Why? Because as we move down the group, size increases, then bond will become weak. Bond dissociation energy decreases. So that's why this can react easily. It can easily provide its iodine, halide ion. It can easily provide iodine ion as compared to HBr. Fine? Okay. So let's see the order of reactivity of alcohols as well. This is for the halogen acids. Order of reactivity for alcohols is as follows: 3 degree, 2 degree and 1 degree. This is the order of reactivity of alcohols. Fine. This is based on why 3 degree only, because in 3 degree alcohol, why it is reactive? Because the carbocation is stable here. Okay. So this is the order of reactivity. This you can explain on the basis of plus I effect that you have studied in the 11th standard. Plus I. More the number of alkyl group on the carbon atom containing OH group, you can say more easily it can leave. Why? Because carbon is getting now it is not that much electron deficient, because what is the role of alkyl group? It has role to provide provide electrons towards the carbon. Fine. So it is providing carbon because from all the three sides electrons are coming. Like if I show you in case of 3 degree, this is the situation in 3 degree. 3 degree alcohol. This is more reactive, no? That's why I am showing here. So this is releasing electron towards carbon. This is releasing electron towards carbon. This is also releasing electron towards carbon. So hereby this is decreasing this bond. Here delta, that is partial positive charge, is getting decreased. Okay, positive charge is getting decreased, hereby weakening this bond. Bond is becoming weaker due to plus I effect. More the number of alkyl groups on the carbon atom containing OH group, weaker will be the bond, that is COH bond. Now see, OH can easily leave, so that halogen gets substituted easily. So that is why this is more reactive. Okay. Okay. So this is the order of alcohol we have seen. Now we'll start the reaction. First is from halogen acid that we are saying. So let's prepare chloroalkanes from this method. Okay. So we'll take any alcohol. Let's take primary one first. We'll treat with HCl in the presence of ZnCl2. Okay. Reaction will be, this gets replaced by Cl. You will get CH3, CH2, Cl plus water gets formed. So from alcohol, this is what? propanol, not propanol, ethanol, sorry, ethanol, and this is chloroethane. Okay, now here this process is known as Grove's process, especially this only, Grove's process, as it is taking place in the presence of HCl and ZnCl2, and here HCl and ZnCl2. This reagent is known as Lucas reagent. Lucas reagent. So this reagent is known as Lucas reagent. Okay, now we'll prepare the next one. Basically, this is the hydrogen chloride gas that we are passing, and anhydrous ZnCl2. It's anhydrous. Okay, this is the gaseous form you can mention over here. Okay. So this is Grove's process, and the reagent is Lucas reagent. Now let's see if we'll take secondary alcohol, then what will happen? Because it depends on its reactivity. Secondary alcohol will also react in this manner only. If I take any secondary alcohol, let's take this propan-2-ol, treat with Lucas reagent, anhydrous. Fine. This is the gaseous form. You will get 2-chloropropane. This is propan-2-ol. This is only getting substituted by Cl. This is 2-chloropropane. So it depends what you want to prepare. You want to prepare 1-chloropropane, 2-chloropropane. This will help you in conversion. Fine, because direct this type of questions never come like prepare this and write down the preparation of this from alcohol. No. They will be giving in the form of conversion. Prepare this from that compound, convert this into that compound, like that. So all these reactions will help you there. Okay, so don't expect that direct reaction will come in the form of preparation. That will not come. Fine. So no need to expect such kind of questions in exam. So if I take tertiary alcohol, so in tertiary alcohol as such no reagent is required, as it is very reactive. On heating only it just give you. This anhydrous Zn2Cl2 is not required here. Only on heating it will give you what? Simple product. That whatever the product is there, tertiary alkyl halide. So this is what? Tertiary alcohol. What's the name of this compound? If you will start naming, 2-methyl propan-2-ol. And this is what? 2-methyl 2-chloropropane. Okay, this is 2-methyl 2-chloropropane. This is the reaction here. So 3 degree you can say as such no anhydrous is required. Anhydrous zinc chloride is required. Well, see what's the role of this now. Why we are not using it basically. Fine. Only the reagent is that which is actually taking part in the reaction, that is only required. So on heating you will get the product. So let's see what is the role of this reagent here. See, HCl is just providing as the substituting group, and role of ZnCl2, let's see. Role of ZnCl2. Here anhydrous ZnCl2 acting as a Lewis acid catalyst. And we know that catalyst will never take part in the reaction. It is only just providing the, you can say, surface or a medium for the reaction to take place. So it is acting as a Lewis acid catalyst. So what it will do? It will, you can say, coordinate. Because what is the function of Lewis acid? It needs Lewis base to coordinate with. So Lewis base is here the OH group of the alcohol. So it coordinates with the lone pair present on the OH group, and you can say helps in the weakening of COH bond. In 3 degree, it's already there. No need, because we have seen that more the number of alkyl groups, more is the reactivity of alcohol, so it will react automatically on its own. It will react. Here, as such, we have used in primary alcohol, secondary alcohol. In that, as such, no, you can say reactivity is less. So that's why we need a reagent or the catalyst from outside, so that the reaction can take place. So here, this is the role. It will coordinate with the lone pair present on the OH group and helps in the weakening of the OH bond, because Lewis acid base is what is it? OH group of the alcohol. So you can say that here, alcohol acts as a Lewis base. Okay, so this is the preparation of chloroalkanes by this method. Now we'll see how to prepare bromoalkanes and iodoalkanes. The method is different because we have seen the reactivity of HCl and HBr. So let's see how we can prepare. Second is alkyl bromides. Now for alkyl bromides, HBr is required. Yes. So where it will come, as HBr is not, it is not stable. Fine, so it is prepared in situ. It is not stable, so it is prepared in situ. Means in situ means within the reaction it gets formed, within the reaction. So here we will be using 50% of hydrobromic acid. Okay, hydrobromic acid. So it is prepared by mixing NaCl with H2SO4. Sorry, NaBr, not Cl, because we need HBr. So NaBr with H2SO4, it's required, it can be prepared. Fine, so how it is prepared? NaBr plus H2SO4 reacted, you will get HBr. In C2 we have prepared, and then sodium hydrogen sulfate gets formed. Fine. Now how we will prepare HBr here? So how we will prepare bromoalkane or alkyl bromide? How we will prepare? That we will treat alcohol, or you can say we will reflux the alcohol with this 50% hydrobromic acid, and then we will get the product. So this is the whole process which is taking place. So let's see, now HBr gets generated over here. So this can be prepared, and we are using the word refluxing. Refluxing. We have to reflux the mixture. What is refluxing? It's just heating the reaction mixture in a flask that is fitted with a condenser. Okay, now what will happen? The mixture, you can say, rises up and gets condensed. Mixture rises up and then get condensed. Okay, so refluxing is this process that we are heating the mixture fitted with a condenser, so that the reaction mixture, when it rises up and then it just condensed back. Fine. So now let's see the reaction. So this refluxing word we'll be using again and again, so you should know this, that what is the meaning of refluxing. So we'll treat now alcohol, simpler. Primary alcohol will treat with HBr, because as we have already prepared in C2. So we will get bromoethane, and what gets formed here, because this gets substituted by this, and you will get that is a side product here. You will get water. Okay, so this is the product which is getting formed. Now similarly we'll prepare alkyl iodide. Again the method is different. Alkyl iodide. Okay, alkyl iodide can be prepared. Here we'll be taking the again HI not stable, prepared in C2. So we'll be taking Ki and we'll treat with phosphoric acid here. Phosphoric acid, and then you will get here Hi plus KH2PO4, potassium dihydrogen sulfate gets formed. Now the thing is that why we are taking here, we have to take around 57% iodic acid. Okay, now the thing is that why we are taking phosphoric acid, why we are not taking concentrated sulfuric acid? Because here Hi, which is getting formed, gets converted to iodine. We have seen in one of the reaction this gets converted to I2 because it's a reducing agent, so reaction will shift in the forward direction. But here in case of phosphoric acid it will not happen. Why? Because what will happen when we treat Ki with H2SO4, H2SO4 is the strongest oxidizing agent. It will shift the, you can say, Hi formed the Hi which is getting formed over here. If it will react with this, it will further shift the reaction and gives you I2 plus SO2 plus water. You can balance this reaction. Okay, this is 2 here and this is 2. Now it's balanced. So that's why, to prevent the formation of this, because we don't want this, we want this. So it is directly converting into this Hi to It. We are not getting Hi, but we need Hi in the reagent as a reagent. So that's why we have to treat with the H2O, phosphoric acid, not with phosphorus acid. This is phosphoric acid. So this is one of the question which is given in your NCERT as well, that why Ki do not react with sulfuric acid. Why it is reacting with phosphoric acid to produce Hi? So this is the reason, because here it is acting as the strongest oxidizing agent. So this reaction you are supposed to write in that case. So now we will prepare alkyl iodide by using this 50% Hi. Okay, so let's take CH3, CH2, OH plus Hi gives you what? CH3, CH2, I plus H2O. This is a reaction. And you have to note down one point here, that here 2 degree and 3 degree halo alkanes cannot be prepared. Cannot be prepared as 2 degree and 3 degree alcohols undergo dehydration reaction in the presence of sulfuric acid and phosphoric acid. That's why secondary and tertiary haloalkenes cannot be prepared by this method. Tertiary and secondary and tertiary iodoalkane or bromoalkane cannot be prepared because they prefer to undergo dehydration. So water will get eliminated and you will get the alkene as the product, so that we don't want. Fine. So this is all about this from halogen acid. Now we'll see the next one, that is from the phosphorus halides. From phosphorus halides. So in this, for the preparation of, first is for the preparation of chloroalkanes. Both the types of halide can be used, phosphorus trichloride and phosphorus pentachloride. So let's see how we will get the product. So simple, we'll take the alcohol, treat with PCl3, it will give you CH3, CH2, Cl, because this one of this gets substituted and you will get phosphorus oxychloride as the side product. Phosphorus oxy, no, phosphorus acid you will get here. Phosphorus acid. This is phosphorus acid, not phosphoric. Okay. So this you will get. You can balance it because we are using the inorganic reagent. As such, if you will not balance, doesn't matter. Organic reactions, they don't need to be balanced. Fine. Instead of PCl3, if we take PCl5, then the side product will be different, but the main product will remain the same. PCl5 gives you same product, Cl plus POCl3 plus water, I think. Okay, one Cl will be left. HCl gets formed. 5 Cls are there, na? That's why. So these are the reaction. So this is your phosphorus oxychloride. Oxy is coming for oxygen. Oxychloride. Fine. Okay. The next is we'll prepare bromoalkanes. For bromoalkanes only we'll take PBr3 as PBr5 and PI5, they are not stable. So how to prepare bromoalkanes and iodoalkanes? Both I am taking together. Here reaction will take place with PBr3 as PBr5, not stable. Here also it will take place with Pi3, or you can say do not exist basically. Do not exist. This is also Pi5, not exist. And these are also not that much stable, PBr3 and Pi3. So PBr3 and Pi3, they both, you can say, will be prepared in situ. Again, in situ means within the reaction it will be prepared. So let's see how will these get prepared in the reaction. By treating with red phosphorus. It's one of the form of the phosphorus, like allotropes we know. So it's one of the allotrope of the phosphorus. You will be learning in P block elements. So phosphorus, it's a tetraatomic form. Treat with Br2, you will get PBr3. Can balance the reaction. I think 4 will be fine here. Then 4 3s are 12. So this is the reaction. Then similarly you can prepare PBr3 as well. So Pi3. So this is prepared in situ. Now we have got, as they are unstable, so that's why we prepared in situ. So let's treat alcohol. Again this is the, you can say, by refluxing only. Treat with PBr3. Here take Pi3. Here you will get bromoethane, and here you will get iodoethane. And then what are the side products here? I think phosphoric acid only you will get here. Phosphorus acid you will get as the side product. So this is the reaction. These are the main things that preparation of the compounds which are not exist as such, as they are unstable. So in situ we are preparing. So this is one of the method that we have seen, and the last method is from alcohol. Is the reagent is now. See, we have covered 2 methods. So from, as compared to the other 2 methods, this method is more preferred. Let's see why. From thionyl chloride. Here also we can only prepare chloroalkanes as such, because SOBr2 and SOI2, they do not exist. do not exist, or you can say unstable. So that's why only chloroalkanes can be prepared. So let's see the preparation. We'll take the alcohol. So only thionyl chloride, SOCl2 is stable. CH3, CH2, OH plus SOCl2 gives you what? CH3, CH2, Cl plus SO2 will be one of the product which is the gas, and then HCl will be a product which is also a gas. So this is the advantage of this method, that both the products are gaseous. If both the products are gaseous in nature, it means you can say that only we're left with the pure alkyl halide, that is pure chloroalkane. So what is the advantage of this method? Advantage is that SO2 and HCl, these are the gases. Okay, so you can say can easily leave. That's why the method is preferred. Because of this only, and you can say we're left with the pure alkyl halide. Fine. So this is the, you can say, all the methods which we have seen in the alcohols. We have prepared all the alkyl halides from the alcohols. Now the last one is left, that is from the sodium salt of, so not sodium, silver salt of the carboxylic acid. Fifth one. Silver salt of carboxylic acid. So we'll take any silver salt of carboxylic acid. This is a silver salt we have taken of butanoic acid. Fine. We'll reflux with bromine in the presence of CCl4. We have to reflux in the presence of the CCl4, and this happens only in case of bromine, because other products, they are not that much stable. If we want to prepare chloroalkanes and iodoalkanes, they are not stable. So that's why only bromoalkanes can be prepared. So you can write here, only bromoalkanes can be prepared by this method. So you will get the bromoalkane CH3, CH2, CH2, one carbon less, that is Br. Here this will leave as one carbon dioxide, this will escape as carbon dioxide, and then AgBr gets formed, silver bromide. So this you are getting propyl chloride. Propyl chloride. So you can say that this method is used for decreasing the number of carbon atoms in the chain. So this will help you in the conversion, because see, we have started with the 4, but we are getting 3 carbon atoms only in the chain. So this method is a very good method to reduce the carbon atoms. Fine. So you also known as stepping down the series. Stepping down the series, and one is that but stepping up, we'll see later on. And this is also one of the name reaction is known as, not that much you can say common, but the name reaction is there, Hunsdiker, Borodine Hunsdiker reaction. Fine. So with this we have finished with all the preparation of haloalkanes. I hope it's clear to everyone. All the preparation we have seen now in the detail as well. Fine. So next class we'll start with its nature, and then we'll see the chemical reactions. Okay. So till then, thank you and have a nice day.